Good evening friends, welcome to this video on Introduction to the Uniform Customs and Practice for Documentary Credits. The Uniform Customs and Practice for Documentary Credits is an ICC publication. It talks about the practices of the trade professionals, the customs of bankers in international trade when documentary credit is used as a method of payment. UCPDC, it is called UCPDC or UCP. It is the latest version is ICC publication number 600 2007 revision. If we have a look at the history, ICC was established in 1919. The International Chamber of Commerce, headquartered at Paris, is issued at 1919. It is a private organization. It is an umbrella organization or federation of all the chambers of commerce of all the nations. UCP was first promulgated in 1933. The first UCP was published in 1933. Why it was published? It was published because the nationalism and protectionism practiced by various nations posed serious threats to international trade. The nationalism and protectionism posed a threat to international trade, and the contractual rules that the various nations and states had established were preventing uniformity, and so there was a need for some standardization of the rules, and so the UCP was first promulgated in 1933. What we have now is a sixth revision. The present version, which we call as a revision of 2007 or UCP publication number 600, ICC publication number 600, is a sixth revision. This has been brought out by the Commission on Banking Technique and Practice, the commission of the ICC, Commission of Banking Technique and Practice. It has about 400 members. The main brain behind this UCP is the UCP drafting group or the drafting committee, who have been supported by the consulting group. The consulting group had 40 plus individuals from 26 odd countries, 40 individuals from 26 countries. So many brains have gone into drafting this UCP. This revision of UCP represents a culmination of over 3 years of extensive analysis, review, debate and compromise. So this is a result of 3 years of hard work. What type of work? Analysis, review and debate. And ultimately they reached a compromise amongst the members. What actually they did for this debate and compromise? 5,000 comments were looked into, 500 official opinions were analyzed, the content of the 4 position papers were relooked, the decisions issued by the commission. What are the decisions? We have DocDex decision, the decision on discrepancy on documents, the disputes resolution, decisions of the commission. Now they also looked at the international standard banking practice. It just does not mean the ICC publication number 645. We have a publication called ISBP, International Standard Banking Practice. But what the drafting group now looked at is the practices by the banks which are considered as standard and an international trade level. The International Chamber of Commerce have national committees in the various countries. So the ICC national committees were canvassed on a range of issues. Canvassed on a range of issues means what? Different drafts and alternative texts were given to them and asked them which they prefer. Why? Because they wanted the UCP to be more acceptable, more understood and more reflecting the ground level realities. So all these were reviewed to assess whether the issues warranted a change in or addition to or deletion of any UCP 500 article. So we already have a UCP 500. Whether there should be any changes, whether there should be any addition or deletion of anything in any of the articles in UCP 500. This is what they were trying to find out by analyzing these comments and opinions and practices. There is a sister publication called Commentary to the UCP. It's an ICC publication number 601, which gives more details about certain things. What is that? What it is intended by incorporation into these rules. So when we have a text or word incorporated into the UCP, what it is intended, why it is intended, that explanation, that rationale, that interpretation is available in this commentary to the rules. The interpretation, rationale or the explanation of why a particular word was included or not included in a particular article on the UCP, this is given in the commentary. Also a revised ISBP called ISBP 681 was published for the UCP 600. The earlier publication is called 645, we have seen. The next publication is 681. This is called the revised ISBP and this is a sister publication of UCP 600. As on today, we have something called ISBP 745, which is an updated version of the ISBP, not a revised version but an updated version. What does the UCP look into? UCP has 39 articles. It looks into when the UCP articles are applicable, the definitions of certain terms, interpretation of certain words and usages, the difference between credit and contracts, the how the documents or the goods are dealt with the various parties, what is the availability of the credit and what's the expiry date and place for presentation. What is the responsibilities of these parties in the form of undertaking? The undertaking given by the issuing bank, undertaking given by confirming bank. What is advising of a credit? That is what the advising bank does. What is the effect of amendments? And then it talks about teletransmitted credits, nominations, bank-to-bank reimbursement arrangement, and most importantly, it talks about the standard for examination of the documents. It also explains what a complying presentation is and what should be done. Thereafter, the UCP tries to look into the discrepant documents. In case of discrepancy, how to have it waived and what notice should be given to whom. What is an original and what is a copy. It also looks at what a commercial invoice is, how a transport document should be, what is a multimodal, what's a normal bill of lading, what's a non-negotiable CV bill, what's a charter party BL, and what's an air transport document. It also talks about road, rail, inland waterway, courier receipts and post receipt used for transporting goods. What it means to say on deck or shipper's load and count. It also talks about what should be a clean transport document, what is an insurance document, what it should cover, how for what amount it should be drawn. It talks about expiry and it talks about tolerance in the credit amount, quantity or other things. Thereafter, UCP turns its attention to the partial drawings or shipments, installment drawings, hours of presentation of the documents for compliance, disclaimers on the documents, disclaimers on transmission. It talks about force majeure or acts of God. UCP also talks about acts of an instructed party. Issuing bank gives an instruction, and upon that instruction, advising bank acts, and if advising bank acts, whether it's a commission or omission, issuing bank will be responsible for everything thereafter. UCP Article 38 talks about transferable credits, 39 talks about assignment of proceeds. So this is a small introduction to the UCP. In the next video, we shall see in detail each and every article about the UCP and see how it impacts a documentary credit transaction. Thanks for watching this video. We shall keep you posted of the next video in the next session. Bye for now.